Hello everyone and welcome. I am Sumit Pawar and today we are diving into the world of SwiftUI. If you are an aspiring iOS developer or just curious about building beautiful responsive user interfaces, you are in the right place. So what exactly is SwiftUI? SwiftUI is a modern framework introduced by Apple for building user interfaces across all Apple platforms, iOS, macOS, watchOS and tvOS using a declarative Swift syntax. So here is the table of contents. So in this video, we are going to see some content like introduction to SwiftUI, building user interfaces with SwiftUI, navigation and view connections, implementing navigation in SwiftUI, and some examples as well. So SwiftUI have a declarative syntax. So unlike UIKit, which uses an imperative approach, SwiftUI uses a declarative syntax. This means you describe what your user interfaces should do, and SwiftUI takes care of the implementation details. This approach makes your code more concise and easier to read and maintain. So SwiftUI also have a unified framework. With SwiftUI, you can write code that allows seamlessly across all Apple devices. Whether you are developing an app for the iPhone or iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, or Apple TV, SwiftUI Unified Framework ensures consistency and reduces the amount of code you need to write. So another important feature in the Xcode is that it has a live preview. One of the standout features of SwiftUI is the live preview functionality in Xcode. This allows you to see changes to your user interfaces in real time as your code. Make the development process faster and more intuitive. Integration with Swift language. Since SwiftUI is built on a Swift, it leverages the latest features and capabilities of the Swift programming language, such as type safety, generics, and closures. This integration enhances both the performance and safety of your code. So SwiftUI is a continuously evolving and with Apple providing regular updates and new features. By learning SwiftUI now, you are not only keeping up with the current trends but also positioning yourself for the future of the iOS development. In this video, we are going to explore the basics of SwiftUI, walk through some code examples and see how you can start building your own user interfaces with SwiftUI today. So let us start it and unlock the power of SwiftUI together. Now that we have covered the basics of SwiftUI, let us dive into building user interfaces. We'll start by creating a simple UI that greets the user by name. First, let us look at the code and then I'll break it down step by step. So in the code, we can see a content view, a vstack, a text button, and a text, and at the least padding. So let us break down what's happening here. So importing SwiftUI, at the top, we import the SwiftUI framework, import SwiftUI. This gives us access to all the components and tools SwiftUI offers. So defining the view. Next, we define our main view structure content view which conforms to the view protocol. Swift content view. Inside this structure, we declare a state variables to hold the user's name. So state private var name string. So state property wrapper is used to create a mutable state that SwiftUI will observe and automatically update the UI when it changes. So building the body. The body property describe the view's content and layout. Swift Here we use a vstack to vertically stack our UI elements. The next view displays a greeting which dynamically updates with the value of the name state variables. Adding a text field. We can add a text field to allow the user to enter their name. So the text parameter is bound to the name state variable using a $prefix which creates a two-way binding. Adding a button. Finally, we add a button that prints a message to the console when tapped. The button view takes an action closure which contains the code to execute when the button is tapped, and a label which is another view here, a text view styled with a padding, background color and corner radius. We add padding to the entire vstack to give some space around our UI elements Swift. So previewing the view, at the bottom we have a preview structure that allows us to see a live preview in Xcode. As we know, Xcode provides a new features called a live preview. In this, the development environment is getting more faster, and that's it. With just a few lines of code, we have built a simple yet interactive user interface using SwiftUI. The declarative nature of SwiftUI makes it easy to describe, and the UI, its behavior is a readable and maintainable way. Now that we have built a simple user interface, let us take things a step further by adding navigation and connecting multiple views. Navigation is a crucial part of any app, allowing user to move between different screens seamlessly. Setting up navigation. So the importance of navigation is to essential for creating multi-screens apps. There are three types of navigation: push navigation, model presentation, and a tab navigation. So in the push navigation, navigate to a new view by pushing a button or somewhat like that. So model presentation, present a view modally, and the tab navigation, switch between views using some tabs. So SwiftUI navigation tools are navigation view and navigation links. By use of a navigation view and a navigation link, we can navigate between the different pages of the app. Sheet for a model presentation and tab view for tab navigation. So here is the basic code that we can understand what is a navigation is actually. So in this navigation, we start by wrapping a navigation view. We start by wrapping our main view in a navigation view. The navigation view acts as a container that enables navigation between different views. We also set a navigation title for the main screen. So there is another example like navigation link. Inside the v stack, we can add a navigation link. The navigation link takes a destination view, that is the view where we want to go from the by navigation. So, and a label, when a label is tapped, it navigates to the detailed view. So creating a detailed view. So next we define the detail view struct. So detail view is a view where we go after the navigation, and detail view is similar to the main view. It contains a v stack with a text view and another navigation link that navigate to another view or maybe a final view. So finally creating a final view. Final view completes our navigation flow by allowing the user to navigate back to the content view. So in the navigation, we can go from one page to the another page, and we can control the flow of our app. So previewing the views, at the bottom we have a preview view. So by previewing we can see a live demo of how actually navigation is done. This allows us to see a live view of our content view in the Xcode. And that's it. With just a few lines of code, we have set up a basic navigation flow in the SwiftUI. Navigation and a view connection are made simple and intuitive with a navigation view and navigation link, allowing you to create a seamless user experience. So here is the push navigation view. So in this navigation view, we can see push navigation is achieved using navigation view and navigation link. Let us walk and through a simple example where we can navigate from a main screen to a detailed screen using a push navigation. And here is the code. And here we can see an example of the SwiftUI views. Here we can see that welcome to my app and get started is here. And here is the student profile and the profile information. This is a sample Swift view. So here is the code for the welcome to my app and get started view. So here is the import Swift UI, which import all the necessary files to importing. And then the navigation view is here. By clicking on a get started, we can navigate to the next that is a student profile. So here is the image text navigation link profile view. By using the image text and navigation link, we can add this image, this text and this navigation link. So and at the last we are adding a content view, which content view or a preview, which provide a preview in the Xcode side by side. And thank you for watching this video, and like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.